Field trip is a visit to a place outside the regular classroom which is designed to achieve certain objectives which cannot be achieved as well by using other means. For example, if the lesson is on making cheese and if there is no hands-on experience, it is very difficult to achieve the objectives. In such a lesson, this strategy is required. Field trips give opportunity for students to get out of the classroom and experience something new. The located place for field trip can be zoos, colleges, museums, theatre and industries. It was introduced in 1827 by George Siliba for a Quaker school at Abney Park, London. In spite of his best efforts, even the best teacher will find it quite difficult to explain in detail the actual working of various industries in India. Teacher can give only theoretical expressions which cannot become real and lasting. They can become real and lasting only if the students see the proper working of various departments of the industry. During field trips to industrial centers, students may be shown the storage places of raw materials, various processes through which the raw material passes, the final product produced. While making such observations, the students be explained the working of each section by some competent person. It will be quite useful and will benefit the students by enrich their experiences about working of industries in India. Field trips to places of geographical importance should be arranged to explain to students the need and importance of locality and regions of the country and their valuable contribution in national as well as international interests with special reference to its impact on trade, commerce and industry of the country. In this regard, Professor E.F. McNeill has rightly remarked, it is essential that the foundations of geographical knowledge shall be laid in the field. No amount of reading from books can make up for a practical knowledge gained by looking at the earth which the child is studying. It follows that from the very early stages, expeditions should form part of the geography course. In the lower schools, there is usually plenty of time and many simple excursions can be made. During such field trips, teachers should make an effort to show to students the various sources of supply of raw materials and also explain the significant contribution and impact of goods exported to other countries. Such field trips will help the students to get an idea of the exact location of dams, projects, industries, ports and harbors. It also helps the students to properly assess resources of our country and the student become more aware of availability of plenty of materials inside the country and their contribution on the revenue of the country as also about foreign exchange. Students also get an idea of how a particular region contributes in solving the problem of unemployment. In no exaggeration to say that national museums and laboratories are excellent centers for giving real knowledge to students in various areas of learning. Planetariums such as Birla Planetarium at Calcutta provide good knowledge about heavenly bodies like the sun, the moon and other planets. Such knowledge is more stable and permanent. Facilitate the learning of abstract concepts. Taking students on a field trip makes learning more effective as they will be able to gain vast ideas on the topic. Motivate students through increased interest and curiosity. Field trips can add variety to the regular classroom instructional program and they tend to be special and enjoyable learning experiences. As a result, students will develop positive attitudes toward related classroom activities. Increases student-student and student-teacher social interaction. Field trips provide an opportunity to involve students, parents and the teachers in the instructional program. Students can select the place to be visited, developing questions to ask, writing reports or thank you letters after the trip or evaluating the experiences. Since parents must give their permission, a letter sent home with the permission form explaining purpose of the trip is a good way to arouse their curiosity and encourage them to ask the student or teacher about the trip. The parents guide their children in order to make sure that they do not experience any harm. This role allows the parent and the teacher to establish a much closer relationship. The interaction between students within themselves will also be increased when they work in groups. Moreover, the interaction between the students and teacher will enhance as the students will have to discuss to the teachers when they have doubts. Develop social awareness. Field trips make students aware of learning activities in everyday life. For instance, visits to supermarkets or shopping malls are typically field experiences which teachers may fail to notice. A well-organized trip to a normal place is an excellent method of teaching students to observe, ask questions and learn in the large classroom. It enhances the curriculum. Field trips are rich in educational possibilities as students learn from actual hands-on experiences rather than by simply reading or hearing about something. Involvement in a real-world experiences makes learning more meaningful and memorable comparing to regular classroom instructional programs. Give students experiential learning experiences. Involvement in a real-world experience make learning more meaningful and memorable. As a result, the student will have more concept of the topic as they have learned through their hands-on experiences. Concrete skills such as note-taking. Students have to develop questions to be asked, write reports or thank you letters after the trip or evaluate their experiences. By doing such activities, students will develop various skills such as note-taking skills, speaking skills, writing skills will enhance. Involvement in a real-world experience makes learning more meaningful and memorable. Field trips can add variety to the regular instructional program. They tend to be special and enjoyable learning experiences, ones which develop positive attitudes in the student toward related classroom activities. Field trips are rich in educational possibilities because students learn from actual first-hand experiences rather than by simply reading or hearing about something. Field trips help the students appreciate the relevance and importance of what they learn in the classroom. For example, determining blood type is a skill which can be learned in a school laboratory setting, but the students may not learn the importance of this skill until they observe what goes on in a real hospital where life and death of real patients may depend on this skill. Organizers have to visit the area of interest before making the actual trip. Official letter to be sent. Inform the students and their parents what to prepare for money and materials. Inform the school authority for permission and other necessary education stakeholders, especially if it is a long trip. Inform students what to look for during the trip. Make good arrangement for transportation, food and accommodation. Mandate students to give detailed report of the observations during the trip. The organizers should send letters of acknowledgement or appreciation immediately after the trip. An instructional trip is a visit by a class or a group of classes to a location outside the regular classroom, which is designed to allow the students to achieve specific course objectives which cannot be achieved as efficiently by other means. An example of an instructional field trip is a visit to botanical garden to study about different kinds of flowers. A school contest is an extra campus activity which provides an opportunity for students to demonstrate knowledge and skills developed through subject area instruction. Contests, competitions, festivals or evaluations may involve teams of students from more than one class or subject. An example of a school contest, festival or evaluation is the school level essay competition. a motivational trip is an extra campus activity which is not a part of a scheduled class. It provides a motivational incentive for the school, club, group or class and is related to improving the school climate. The procedures in this guide are for instructional field trips. If you are planning a motivational trip, please note that this requires approval from the General Area Director. An example of a motivational trip is an end of year visit to Buddha Point by a student body. First, a teacher must choose the kind of trip to take and then decide on a general location for the trip. Real world experience. It allows students to have a real world experience. For example, a textbook lesson on the domestic animals can be enhanced by a trip to the local farm where the students can clearly see the domestic animals. Increase in quality of education. For example, a biology field trip could take kids on a hunt for bugs or certain types of flowers. In this case, students can learn more, hence it improves the quality of education. Improvement of social relations. It is a way to bring the students closer together. Many field trips combine educational content with team building activities, such as working together to clean a stream that has been polluted. In fact, it is often a good idea to go on a field trip to help create a bond between the students. Time considerations. Difficulty in preparation, getting approval from various head of administration and fitting the trip as per the school timetable, which takes more time. Lack of support from school administrations for field trips. It means school cannot offer the materials and sometimes cannot provide financial also, where students have to search their own ways. Poor student behavior and attitudes means loss over students, like sometimes some students they do not listen to the teacher, showing their ego attitudes and doing the things on their own ways, which cause trip to be unsuccessful, where it affects the other students and the relation between teacher and students because of the bad attitude. Shortage of resources and choice of venue means sometimes school can't provide the materials and teacher also can't have the correct materials for the trip, which causes shortage of resources. And sometimes students can't have the choice to pick their own place and they have to agree with the teacher choice, which shows student doesn't have the choice to select the venue. Medical risk, for example, like while traveling via vehicle, some children gets motion sickness. Children learn what others expect of them and thus develop their own expectations for themselves through daily experiences with their communities. Children with visual impairment need enhanced planned opportunities to learn about their communities through first-hand experiences. Here are 5 tips for making the trip a positive learning experience. Hands-on learning opportunities are essential for children with visual impairments. Let the contact person at the community site know that children will need to touch equipment and explore the environment. Make arrangements for them to handle and explore selected items at the site. Prepare children for the trip by discussing where they will be going. Ask what do you think will be there, who will be there and what will we see. Provide verbal labels and descriptions of the objects as the children examine them. For instance, the fire truck is a big red truck and the firefighter wears a hard hat and black rubber boots. Use field trips to help children integrate concepts being introduced in other activities. A trip to the petting zoo to learn about zookeepers or to the human society to learn about veterinarians is a natural component of a unit on pets and the classification of animals. Provide opportunities for children to meet adults with similar disabilities to theirs and to notice these people doing work or carrying out activities. Emphasize similarities in their adaptive tools and the adults' tools. With field trips, we can provide a broad range of experiential learning opportunities that are developmentally appropriate, from unusual places such as a pottery studio to traditional community sites such as a police station or farm. Every experience helps a child think more about what do I want to be when I grow up. Field trips are a perfect way to provide students with hands-on experiences and opportunities to touch, taste, hear, see and smell within their natural environments and are important components of the students' educational program. Not only do field trips provide direct experience with real places and enforce concepts, but they also provide students with basic community and transportation skills, including use of public transportation specific to area and exposure to ways of navigating throughout unfamiliar buildings and through the use of building maps and elevators and escalators. Field trips should have advanced preparation and follow-up activities incorporated into the various curricular areas. As part of your preparation, have students think about what they want to learn and help the students prepare a list of possible questions that they could ask. When visiting a theatre, museum or any other exhibits, notify someone on the staff that a student with visual impairment will be attending. If they are told in advance, the staff may be able to make arrangements for the students to go beyond the museum barriers or to touch some of the exhibits. Be considerate and provide the staff with ample time to prepare for your visit. This will also provide time for the staff to develop unique experiences and opportunities for your students. For future or current Braille readers, be sure to point out and explore Braille signs found in the community. Direct contact with environmental Braille is important in becoming familiar with where signs are typically located and also help the students to transfer their skills to other environments. This exposure to signs is equally important to students who have remaining vision. They are uniform signs that provide all people with understanding and access to information. Print and symbols are in good contrast and simple font. During some experiences, record an account of your adventures onto a cassette tape or other electronic device. These can be kept on the bookshelf and listened to whenever your students choose. Make an auditory experience album by recording events and experiences on cassette tapes. Review the album occasionally as you would a book or picture album. During the field visit, talk with the student about the experiences and encourage items and sounds to talk about and compare them, such as the car motor is quiet and smooth, the bus has a high step and is noisy and can make you bump around, the counter is high and smooth. Provide opportunities for the student to have many experiences over time and variations of these same experiences, such as tactual experiences with all kinds of chairs, riders in all kinds of cars, buses, subways, trucks, tractors, trolleys and boats. In the community, use tactile, auditory, olfactory and visual explorations accompanied by meaningful verbal descriptions. This will help them make sense of the world around them. Encourage students to use their vision as they scan to locate items, buildings and people. Scan a map to determine where places are located in a city or within a building. Scan to locate and identify street names, building numbers and bus numbers. Encourage tactual discrimination and fine motor development by having the student push open heavy doors, push buttons on elevators, activate features in a museum. Provide opportunities for the student to read a variety of menus in the appropriate medium, print or braille. During your visits, be sure to take pictures, obtain any related objects and record sounds. Assistance during field trips refers to any modifications to transportation, locations, activities or equipment needed to allow a student with visual disability to fully participate in field experiences. There are many reasons a student may need accommodation during a field trip. Students with visual impairment may require special transportation and assistance with access issues when on site. For example, if the field trip is to explore a facility, a faculty member would need to ensure that whatever aspects of the facility are to be explored are accessible to the student with visual impairment, or an equitable experience can be provided. Other field trips may involve outdoor activities such as archaeological digs or field stations. In those cases, arrangements may need to be made in advance so the student may participate. In addition, some activities may need to be altered to ensure the safety of the student. There are a number of actions that faculty and students can take to ensure all the students have the opportunity to engage in field trip experiences, such as consider altering activities to allow students with visual disabilities to achieve the same learning objectives. This could be as simple as pairing the student with disability with another student, or may require the creation of an alternate activity. Provide visually impaired students with a raised line diagram or map or verbal description of the area that is to be visited. Allow sufficient time for a student with visual impairment to fully experience and understand what is being presented during the field trip. If the students are required to record data or experiences, make sure that the student with a visual impairment has access to a tape recorder to record observations or data and allow them time to write up their experiences. Work with the student to find equipment that will allow for full participation in the field trip experience. This might include magnifiers for a visually impaired student, label material, supplies and equipment with regular print, large print and braille as appropriate for the vision impaired student. Pair the student with vision impairment with a sighted student. Then have the non-impaired student describe the activities and outcomes as they are observed. Students are responsible for meeting with faculty and collaborating on alterations that may need to be made to allow them to fully participate in a field trip and to bring in the services for students with disabilities office if there is a need for special equipment or other auxiliary aids. It is the responsibility of the faculty to coordinate with the student in advance of the field trip to ensure that the student with a disability has the same ability to benefit from the field trip as the student without disabilities. The services for a students with disabilities office is responsible for notifying faculty of the student's need for accommodation and providing the faculty and the student with assistance in obtaining specialized transportation, interpreters or any other resources necessary to facilitate the student's participation in the field trip. Field trips are outdoor lessons being organized for the students. They are for relevant observations and for obtaining specific information. Students become actively engaged in observing, collecting, classifying, studying, relationship and manipulating objects or exploring their environment. It is enjoyable and interest if well planned. Children with visual impairment need enhanced planned opportunities to learn about their communities through first-hand experiences. Field trips are a perfect way to provide students with hands-on experiences and opportunities to touch, taste, hear, see and smell within their natural environments and are important components of the students'